Let's go, Arkansas fans. I understand Auburn is always a weird game. Okay? But whatever the case may be, Arkansas was really good at creating turnovers. Okay? Now, first thing I like about this play is these kinds of plays are things that Arkansas has seen a lot of in practice because Bobby runs a lot of these kind of glance with the tight end routes. Okay? So Hank Brown predetermines where he wants to go with the football. Metcalf, who's had a rough go at it in the UAB game, finds the football and then makes a really good ball skill play to bat it up in the air, and it gets picked off for a huge play on the road. Now, running the football into the end zone on short yardage is really difficult. But Arkansas, you can make a strong case that in the SEC, there's not been a team that's had better goal line backs than Arkansas, right? They have had so many that are very creative, physical runners at the goal line. Even Brandon Allen wasn't much of a runner, but he was good getting in and pounding those suckers in, okay? It took a second and third effort to get into this. Arkansas even started pushing their own guys. I always got to give credit to the Razorback grit at the goal line. They have mostly been really good in that category. All right, so I called him out last week. He got the luckiest turnover I'll ever see versus UAB when he got burnt, but Landon Jackson saved the day. And guess what? Metcalf got the pick. Now, this play is actually on Landon Jackson, all right? He is the contained defender, okay? You have got to make sure nothing gets to the outside of you. All right, it looks like he's the contained defender. And guess what? He plays the quarterback thinking that someone else is playing the running back out wide. Okay? So it might not be on Landon Jackson. It could be on someone else. I don't know. Now, I understand we could talk some about holding down here. They normally let that go. All right? And he did let go pretty quickly. But remember last week, Landon Jackson saved Metcalf? This time, Metcalf saves Landon Jackson by stripping the football. That's called stepping up for your teammates. And once again, you always want to hustle towards a football. This is a really good job by Metcalf picking up a bouncing ball, and it's going the other way. And look at this, okay? My homie in the Bo Jackson throwback here is going crazy. All right, y'all, this game was drunk. Very drunk, okay? All-time Metcalf performance, obviously the Hudson Clark versus Ole Miss kind of vibes. This is a really bad pick. I mean, there's just no other way around it. But you still take it. That was a good job by Lambert Smith chasing it down. Okay, and guess what? TAYLEN GREEN says, look, I'm going to return the favor. Anything you can do, I can do better. Obviously, you don't want to throw the football late or the middle. It gets tipped. Obviously, TAYLEN makes up for it later. Never want to throw that. And here we go. Arkansas gets another turnover, okay? Now, you do get a little lucky that the booth review went in your favor. Arkansas had a lot of lucky breaks in this first half, okay? Turnovers are mostly lucky, okay? This was a bad throw. It was open, okay? And Jaden Johnson makes the play. All right, so this is an all-time throw and catch by Arkansas. One of the best in the history of the program. Miracle on Markham, all of that. And Bobby Petrino, of course, exercises some demons here. All right, it's third and McCrory, okay? And in McCrory, they celebrate the Mosquito Fest, all right? And guess what? Guess what, McCrory fans? Small town in Arkansas, for those that don't know, as I learned on my live stream. A guy that was a mosquito for this Auburn defense was, of course, Isaiah Sategna, okay? Now, the first thing here is Auburn elects to do a three-man rush. All right, now I understand this isn't fourth down, but versus Jalen Milroe last year, they did a three-man rush. The issue with doing that versus a very fast, dual-threat, slippery quarterback is he can spin out of it, and now he has all day to make this throw. All right, so now you need to do scramble drill, and Tyron Broden's like, hey, throw it up to me. Throw it up. No, so Sategna is right here, and he's starting to get open. And he's like, hey, just throw it up. Let me go make a play. And it's a really good decision. If it gets picked off, so what? That's better than a punt, right? You're knocking them deep into their own territory. So TAYLEN GREEN just chunks this thing up in the air. Isaiah Sategna had a step, and you don't want to overthrow it. right? You want to underthrow this ball, okay? And look at Isaiah Sategna make this catch over the defender. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. And you'll see it right here, the actual game copy of the play. And, I mean, this was a difficult catch, okay? To high point it, there's a guy right there on you, and not only do you catch it, he falls and you keep your feet. That's what I'm talking about, Isaiah Sategna. Now, you know where his parents went to college, right? LS freaking U. He wouldn't have made that catch if he didn't have some Tiger blood in him. I'm kidding. Good play. If Peyton Thorne was my quarterback, I would have this same face. All right, this to me was one of the best calls of the early Bobby Petrino tenure. Okay, he actually ran the same play on 3rd and medium versus UAB, and it sealed the game. Okay, if you don't run this, you're not in field goal range, or you're not in comfortable field goal range. Okay, and Hill did a really good job feeling out these blocks. Man, that's a really, really, really good move. Y'all, DeBinion is not making that play. He's just not. I mean, look at this guy. He's hitting us with the splits, some smooth criminal type of stuff. I mean, look at that. Okay, and God, that was such a big play by Hill. Wow. All right, Sam Pittman made the right decision to kick the field goal, okay? I probably go for it, but this is one of those 50-50 decisions. The analytics will tell you to go for it, especially if you had a field goal kicker who missed some road ones versus Oklahoma State. But you made it, so you live with it. All right, so we get to here. And man, I understand Travis Williams, okay? It's 4th and 3. Let's end the game right here, okay? So what does he do? He calls his nastiest blitz, okay? It looks as if they're just going to bracket all of this over here. But at the last second, they blitz not only this backer, but the other nickel as well, okay? So guess what? Auburn does not pick it up. And you get exactly what you want. Unblocked pressure. This is a really, 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 really good call. Now, what happens? Well, this looks like it's Jaden Johnson. He has a leverage advantage here on Lambert Smith. All right, Lambert Smith is probably going to play in the NFL, okay? We just want to make sure he does not get over the middle here because it's zero coverage. There's no safety help back this way at all. For some reason, he over-pursues this, and it's not only over pursuit, he just guesses for whatever reason to just run out here. I don't really know what he's looking at all, okay? And he's just out of the play. And now there's literally nobody back here. So all he has to do is run as fast as he can, and it's just a walk-in touchdown now. Let's see if Keon Stewart is just so far away. It's just a walk-in tutty, okay? You just cannot lose that right there in that spot. So it's 3rd and 10. Tyrone Broden has been getting destroyed in the media, right? He dropped it. He slipped on a big play last week versus UAB. Y'all, the films looked really good, right? He's gotten very unlucky. The Oklahoma State challenge, that didn't go his way, okay? He draws the critical, and I mean critical, pass interference penalty to keep this drive alive. I'm not sure if you're winning this game if he doesn't make that play. Good stuff, all right? Now, was it bang? Yes, but you get the favorable flag. All right, Arkansas fans, you can no longer complain about the officiating ever, and I mean ever again, okay? First thing, unblocked A-gap pressure, the worst to give up. You get away with the hold right there. That's also on the DT, though. You shouldn't wear the baggy undershirt, all right? But, obviously, the big play, and this will be talked about for years to come. Come on, it wouldn't be Arkansas-Auburn if there wasn't a bad call. You can't slam somebody like that. Y'all, that's a blatant hold. That's one of the worst missed calls I've ever seen. But, let's be honest. 2020 has evened itself out. Nature has healed itself. It wouldn't be Arkansas-Auburn if there wasn't some crazy play, some bad call mixed in there after 3 years of blowouts in this game. All right, so Jaquindon Jackson asked to be subbed out of the game. I get it. I would be tired as hell as well. So, who do they put in? Not Hill. They put in Braylon Russell. Arkansas on 12 personnel. Varkey Scums has not been a good blocker. Ty Washington, not really a blocker either. But guess what? Blocking is a lot easier if you have a dual-threat quarterback like TAYLEN GREEN. Watch him and look at the gravity he causes, right? He does a good job holding this ball till the very last second to the point where the backer overruns it because of TAYLEN. All right. Ty Washington with a really good block to seal this to the inside. This is perfect blocking. Now, Braylon Russell, this is bad running, okay? The one thing I don't want you to do is just run somebody over. Go this way or go this way. One juke, you're ending this game, all right? Instead, you try to barrel down. Oftentimes when RBs do this, it can squirt the ball back this way. Helmet can collide with the ball, but still, good stuff. You'll take it. And then, guess what you do on the very next play? You pull it, okay? You pull it, all right? You handed it off last time. You see everyone is really pinching in now, and you pull it, and you got the edge. Now, I understand TAYLEN GREEN. It's an ugly style of quarterbacking. Lots of interceptions, but this is why you have him in. He puts one on skates. Y'all, there's not many quarterbacks who are doing that, right? There might be 5 in the country right now that could pull that off. Ridiculous, ridiculous move. And he's still able to fall forward for all these extra yards, man. Elite stuff. And this is an all-time won-it drive from Arkansas. Handoff here to the left side. Look at Braylon Russell as a true freshman feeling this out. Don't just bang it up in here. Let's see if you can get vertical and score, right? He thought he saw pay dirt. That's a really good run, okay? All right, so 3rd and goal. You tighten everything up. Not my favorite thing to do, okay? It's just not my favorite thing. But Jaquindon Jackson is an elite short yardage back. And honestly, this is pretty well blocked here. Good job by a receiving tight end in Ty Washington getting play side right here. That helped open this up a little bit. And you just need Jaquindon Jackson to do what he does best, which is bang it up in there. And then Washington, because he had such a good step, he's able to help Jaquindon Jackson push his way in there, okay? And this is, ironically, the same end zone, or at least I think it's the same end zone, as the famous Arkansas Auburn fumble. I think a lot of you remember that Cam Newton play where the ball was almost punched out. And as you could see, that ball right there, that's a tutty. That is a tutty. Huh?